This is KSL Sunday Edition with Deanie Wimmer.
Good morning, happy Mother's Day, and welcome to Sunday Edition. This morning we have some special things to spotlight. One Utah community certainly is celebrating this week, a life-changing moment for them, even if it's something most of us take for granted.
It's been a long road, but we finally succeeded.
A small Utah town is finally getting drinking water in their homes. What this milestone means for residents and why it took so long.
I want to be able to help these children be able to reach as high as they can and not ever go in and put limits on them.
An Ogden teacher recognized for how she helps students who are deaf and blind achieve their potential.
And I'm so glad that your good choices have trickled down to me. And I thought our choices do trickle down to our kids.
And a walk to remember. A mother and daughter walk the stage together to get their diplomas.
On this Mother's Day, we have a celebrated achievement. A 79-year-old Utah County mom earned her bachelor's degree the same day her daughter got a doctorate. In fact, it was a family effort. An assisted living center here in Lehigh may seem like a strange place to talk to a college graduate, but this is the story of a graduate who never gave up on her dream. Connie, show me your diploma.
Yay!
Yay! What went through your mind when they handed that to you?
Oh, I was just thinking, Aaron, don't drop me off this stage.
That's not what you were thinking. You were proud of yourself.
Well, I know, but I was very proud. It was a good moment.
You worked a long time for that.
A long time, years and years and years. And I thought it was way out of my hand. I was in a bed here and I wasn't supposed to get out. And I thought, what can I do? I can't hear, I can't move my hands, I can't even write my name. I can't walk. What could I possibly do? I always loved to help serve people. I couldn't even serve people anymore. And I thought, I'm going to talk to Aaron and see if there's any chance. I know it was the Lord putting it in my mind. And see if there's any way I can sign up to take that last statistics class.
It was statistics. It's
always statistics.
It's always for all of us, right?
Yeah.
She had said she'd tried a couple times to pass statistics and wasn't able to. And
Well,
so
I never got to the point where I had to pass. I just couldn't get enthused about it. 2 years I took it. And at that time, and that was 25 years ago, they didn't have the online ability that we have now. I mean, it's night and day different now, and so much support I got from everybody at BYU and my family. And well, anyway, it
was meant to be, because there's not probably. Amber and I were able to help her through that class. I work for BYU Continuing Education. I'm the Director of Student Success, so it's my job to help people.
Isn't that an interesting connection?
It's not a coincidence.
Right. And was it always the plan that you would graduate on the same day?
No, not at all. She had a year to finish stats, and she started in October, and we thought it might take her a year. And Amber was coming over and opening up her computer couple mornings a week and watching the videos with her and helping her to understand it. And
so you were her tutor, a free tutor?
Very good tutor.
Yeah, with the computer part, her hands don't work very well, so she wasn't able to maneuver that part of it.
So I know you children got in the way of all of this. You had 8 kids?
I had 8 children, and I got married right out of high school, and my husband graduated from Hawaii. And then we had 8 children.
And it was always your desire?
Yeah, well, all of a sudden it was the same sort of thing. I had never thought too much about it. All of a sudden one day I woke up and told my husband, I want to be a nurse. And he said, a nurse? Why a nurse? I said, I don't know, I just know that's what I'm supposed to do. So I went to Weber State and got my associate degree.
When I was in high school, she did that.
In 1986.
And you had a long career as a nurse.
Yeah, she did. She ran her own business, home health agency, and we all worked for it, and she did a good job.
And I have really core memories of, as a teenager, watching her study I think she graduated from Weber State with a 4.0. She worked really hard.
Wasn't that influential on you as a child, as a teenager?
Yeah, I think we saw really early how important
I think I got a
education
B
was to
plus
her.
one time.
Of one time.
But I don't think that you can discount that going off into other generations, you know, and here I am, way old. Not quite as old as you, Mom, but old for a PhD, and you kind of hope that you will kind of set that example.
It's interesting, I got a birthday card from Hannah, one of my grandchildren, who's got her master's degree now and always been very successful. And she told me what a good grandma I'd been and everything, and then at the end she said, and I'm so glad that your good choices have trickled down to me. And I thought our choices do trickle down to our kids.
At least we hope they
whether
do.
they're good or whether they're bad.
And so that's why you really wanted to go back and get that formal degree.
Well, I always thought I would, and then I was just, the economy was, and I needed to go to work to support these kids going to school. And so I went to work, and still thought I'd do it one of these days. And when I got stationed at Utah Valley Hospital, it was a good opportunity because I could run up there and take all the religion classes I wanted, but they didn't help me too much as far as this degree.
Erin, as someone whose job it is to ensure student success, how satisfying is that to?
It was a good full circle moment for me to realize that, okay, she can do that. And this whole interview, as I said, I didn't really want to do, but I'm really passionate about people being able to go back to school and finish a stats class, which is the worst. It is, as Amber's knows.
And not feel that they're
if
out
Connie
of place.
can do it, people can do it.
Yeah.
And the way that we have it set up with online learning and flexibility, there's just no reason
I'll tell you
to
what
say no.
BYU did. I am very handicapped in terms of what I can do and where I can move and that. And they gave me every single...
We got her as many accommodations as she qualified for.
And it made it possible.
It makes it possible, and I think
And
that's the
so
message to
people need to know if they're having trouble seeing, if they're having trouble with computing, if they're having trouble with any kind of movement, anything, they can help you. And they had a whole string of how many tutors there?
Tutors and mentors and
Amber, how satisfying was that? You've tutored your mom and helped her through this. When she got that applause on the stage and waved at everyone, what did that feel?
It was really meaningful. I mean, the moment was better than I expected.
But she took it serious.
And then as we started to get a couple months in, I thought we can get this done in time for Erin at the same time as Erin, and so that kind of became our goal. So I started coming over more often so we could get through it quicker.
All right, Connie, one final message to anybody out there who's looking at what you've done.
Well, call Erin.
But it's never too late,
What's your
right?
extension? Get somebody that can be your advocate, and you can do it. You don't have to let the pressure get to you like it did to me a little bit, but
It's never too
even
late.
then, I'll tell you, I had, at the last final, I just was lost. I was just totally lost. And I thought, I can't do this. I don't understand.
She had a little moment where she didn't want to take the final. Understandable.
I called Amber and said, I can't do
it.
She said, don't give up now. Mama gave me a boost talk. And I was listening to something, I don't know if it was on YouTube, a talk by one of the church leaders or what, but it said, after all that you have done, let the Lord take over. And that's what happened when I took that final.
She did good on the final. That was one of her best scores. So.
Awesome.
Just give it up to the Lord. If you've done all you can do, and I had done all I could do.
And Amber had done all she could do as well.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So happy for you.
It was well worth it.
Calling you to give you some great news. You've been selected for the scholarship.
That's amazing news.
I'll say, it's been 4 years since the Utah Jazz surprised high school students with a big assist. They paid for college tuition, room and board, and all other expenses. News specialist Tamara Vaifanua caught up with two of those scholars to see how this changed their lives.
The Utah Jazz drew up a winning game plan for these scholars. Not only are they graduating debt-free, they've become elite learners who are reaching their academic goals and dreams.
What's up, man?
What's up?
How are you?
It's a FaceTime Sergio Vasquez will always remember.
I'm calling you to give you some great news. So my name is Rudy. I play for the Utah Jazz, and just want to announce you that you've been selected for the scholarship.
The senior from Bryce Valley High School in Tropic, Utah, stunned.
That's amazing news.
The Utah Jazz awarding him a Fulbright scholarship to an in-state college.
This is actually pretty awesome to have Rudy telling me this.
Setting his dreams in motion.
It was a pretty surreal moment.
Of attending the University of Utah without a financial burden.
It was a blessing. I don't come from a very wealthy family by any means.
So he could focus on academics.
My main goal was to go to law school at least one day. And so when I went to college, I declared as a political science major.
And internships.
All my internships have been amazing, from Entrada to Intermountain to Snow and Wilmer.
He graduates in May with gratitude to the Jazz and his parents.
They were ecstatic when I learned about the scholarship as well. It was kind of like a whole family thing. It doesn't just affect me, it definitely affects all of us.
Family motivates Jazz scholar Lavelle Kempchin.
My family's from Ghana.
The University of Utah nursing student traveled to West Africa last summer to do charity work at schools, churches, and hospitals.
To know that I was the answer to someone's prayers, that was really life-changing, to see them feel like there's hope.
The scholarship opened doors.
I did an internship with Spanish Fork Intermountain, and the experience was amazing.
And motivated her to move forward.
I wouldn't have a lot of things I have now, so I feel so blessed, and I am so thankful for them.
Both scholars thankful for the college experience and offer this advice.
Time management is something I think we overlook when we're entering college. We just think, okay, I need to get good grades, I need to do well.
Stay calm, stay the course, and try to outwork everybody you know.
114 students in all were awarded scholarships, and to this day, they continue to get support from the Smith Entertainment Group with internships and mentorships. For KSL News, I'm Tamara Vaifanua.
Wonderful story. Tamara, thank you. Next on Sunday Edition, a joyous moment for a small Utah community.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Residents in Westwater now have running water in their homes. How it finally happened.